Hey guys, I just want to do a quick video. Just got off the phone with one of my girls, and it kind of sparked this because I was actually talking about this with my head trainer Paul this morning, about social media and how social media can literally make you feel like you are not adequate as a person, or fueling negative thoughts that you're not good enough in whatever fitness, life, or whatever it is. I just want to expand on that now a small bit. The irony being you're probably watching this on Facebook or YouTube, so I'm not going to hate on it too much because there are great sides of social media. But if you find yourself, and one of my favorite quotes is, comparison is the thief of joy, that when you're comparing yourself against others and what they're doing, you will literally rob yourself of the joy that something can bring, because there's always going to be someone out there that's smarter than you, or better looking than you, or bigger than you, or skinnier than you, or leaner than you. That's the way life works. And social media, ironically, it's something I've used, and I love it as a platform to just get my message across, and I use it as an outlet for just kind of my thoughts. But that's the positive side of social media, because the negative side can actually rob people of happiness. Because how many times have you found yourself scrolling through a newsfeed on Facebook, or going through Instagram and looking at the lives of other people and going, oh my God, their life is perfect. And my life's not that perfect. You know, why do they look like that? Why do they have that? You know, what I've learned as somebody that's was very deep in the fitness industry, the irony of it is, and I've noticed this with people in life, the more perfect someone's life seems on social media is normally the less perfect it is. Now, not in all cases, you know, because the perfect life is very subjective. But you look at somebody, you might think, oh, they have the perfect life, the perfect family, the best job, the nicest car, the best body. Not necessarily, it doesn't translate into happiness. Now, some people are, don't get me wrong. I'm sure my social media comes across like I have a good life, and I love my life. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't trade my family or my friends or my network or anything, or my job, for anything in the world. I absolutely love what I have. But it's not the case in everyone's circumstance, where they will, particularly in the fitness industry, where you'll be looking at people's fitness pages where they've literally taken, and I've done this, I was a victim of this in the past, where you'll take photos of the time you're in the best shape and it will be drip fed onto social media for, you know, 6 months past that date, when you're 10% when your body fat's 10% higher. That leads people to believe that, well, that person's in absolutely shredded condition at all times, or she's really skinny all the time, when those photos might be from 6 months before. So it leaves you with this unrealistic expectation. But why don't I look like that? You know, what do I have to do to look like that all the time? You know, these things are the real negative side of social media. People will put up where they will literally be looking at other people and comparing, going, well, her boyfriend is better looking than my boyfriend, or his girlfriend is better looking than my girlfriend, or whatever it is. These are things that will literally rob people of joy. Like, I follow Ty Lopez, and he's a multimillionaire now, but he lived with the Amish for 2 years, and he talks about how the Amish have no TV, they have no internet, they have no iPhones, they don't have any social media. He goes, and they are the happiest people he has ever been around. He was like, the stat is that they've got 1/5 the level of depression that Western society has. That's fucking crazy when you think of all the things we have. We have an abundance of food, an abundance of information. We have all the things we need to technically be happy, and we're still not as happy as people like the Amish who have none of these things. I did a podcast yesterday, so hopefully it'll be up in the next couple of days, with Garvin Smith, and he was asking me, he was like, how do you find, you know, yourself? How do you de-stress from, you know, life and all these things that happen with social media? And I tell him that I will regularly, at weekends when it's just me and Holly, I will regularly delete my Facebook and Instagram app off of my phone completely, unless it falls like the weekend or two before a show when I've got clients or people that are doing a photo shoot, or people that have a wedding or something coming up where they want to look amazing with their body transformation. I will generally just delete my apps off my phone so that I can be completely present with my little girl when I have her. It also allows me to detox completely from social media, because you do find yourself at fucking 11 p.m. scrolling through a newsfeed and going, oh, and you feel worse about yourself because you saw this fitness person doing this, or that business person doing that, or your friend doing this or that, or traveling the world. So why haven't I doing that? When you were perfectly happy before you went on your phone. Okay, so it's one of these things that, be really, really careful who you follow on social media. This may mean that you end up fucking unfollowing me. if so be it makes you a happier person, then do it, you know. But if you're following people on social media who aren't supporting your happiness and the thoughts that go into your head, if they're not supporting you on becoming a better version of you, you need to unfollow them. You know, if you're following somebody who's literally making you feel bad about yourself, whether it's from their content or their pictures or their whatever it is, if they're making you feel bad about yourself or making you compare yourself to them and you're not finding motivation from it, you need to unfollow them. You know, thoughts become things. The things you put into your mind are the person you become, and the ideas you have and the things that you do will all be byproducts of what you put into your head. So if you're putting garbage into your head or putting negativity into your head, it's going to affect you in a negative way. I am very, very particular on who I follow on particularly Facebook, not so much Instagram. I don't really use Instagram as much for it. I kind of scroll back and forth through it, but I do use Facebook, particularly the news feed. So I'm very particular on who comes up on my news feed. Lots of motivational people. You know, I follow Ty Lopez, I follow Arnold Schwarzenegger, I follow people like this that I find support me because of the motivation they give. I'm very quick to unfollow somebody that has a fucking selfie of their abs every 10 minutes, you know, or a fucking picture of their glutes, you know, a progress picture with a fucking, you know, a thong up their arse. Like, I tend to unfollow those people very, very quickly. You know, I'll like it for support, but I'll unfollow them. I don't want to clog in my brain, clog in my newsfeed, which effectively goes into my brain, which effectively becomes the thoughts that I have. So if you find that you're following people that aren't supporting your happiness and supporting your journey and supporting you becoming the best version of you, you need to unfollow them, okay? If I'm one of those people, unfollow me now, okay? I do not want to be a part of you becoming a worse version of you. So it's just my 2 cents on that. Sometimes I have a complete detox of the weekend where I will delete Facebook and Instagram and then reload it up on Monday when my little girl goes back to her mum's, okay? So this is just my kind of 2 cents on social media. Do it, use it. It's a good tool. It's an amazing platform for staying on track with things, but it can also be a horrible thing if it's making you become a worse version of you and making you unhappy with your life. So video is a little bit different. I know there's nothing really to do with fitness as such or nutrition, but I hope it helps.